Hello, my name is Stefanus Yudi Irwan. For you today, I will explain my data analysis portfolio with title Insurance Charge Data Analysis. I made this to fulfill my final project for Pacmann Data Academy in the probability course. The outline of this presentation comprises of 8 parts. The first is introduction to the problem. Next, we will look at the dataset. Going into the analysis, there will be comprises of 5 analysis part, which is descriptive statistic, categorical variable, continuous variable, correlation variable, and the last is hypothesis testing. Then we will end this analysis by conclusion. First, let's talk about the problem. Insurance companies need to account for every aspect of client data to determine the insurance price or insurance charges. This insurance payment needed to pay for health bills to a healthcare facility. A supervisor of a new insurance agency needed help from me to know how is the user's condition related to the insurance price, and he has some data regarding the user's condition and the insurance price in some region. Next, we will talk about the dataset for this insurance charge analysis. The dataset comprises of 7 columns and 1,338 rows. We have 3 categorical data, which is sex or gender, smoker that explain if the person are smoking or not, and region. Then we also have 4 numerical data, which is age, body mass index or BMI, total children in a family, and insurance charges. First analysis, we will look at the central tendencies of the data through descriptive statistic analysis. Analysis on age show us that insurance user age range from 25 till 51 years old, and after separation by smoker and gender category, the central tendencies do not change much from the beginning. Analysis on BMI show us that the mean BMI of insurance user lies in BMI obese category, same as age. After separation by smoker and gender category, the central tendencies are not affected by it, and same as the beginning. This part of the BMI analysis show us that 81.7% of the insurance user are overweight to extremely obese. This is the cause why the BMI average lies on the obese value. This analysis on charge show us that by comparing the central tendencies of smoker insurance charge and non-smoker insurance charge, we can show that smoker insurance charge is more expensive than non-smoker insurance charge. The smoker insurance charge is larger than $18,000, whereas non-smoker is less than $10,000. This part of analysis show us that without regarding to the BMI, smoker insurance charge is more expensive than non-smoker. So the summary of this descriptive statistic analysis is the insurance user comes mainly from 25 to 51 years old, with 87.1% of them have an average value of BMI around 30. The most expensive insurance charge comes from smoker people, which is larger than $18,000, while charges for a non-smoker is just around $10,000. Next, we will look at the categorical variable analysis. This part of the region analysis show us that there is nearly even distribution of people in every region. There is also a nearly even distribution of gender for every region, and a nearly even distribution of smoker and non-smoker people in every region. A slight difference exists in the Southeast region. Also, the ratio of smoker to non-smoker people is 1 to 4. This part of the region analysis showing us that all charges distribution are positively skewed for every region, and the most expensive charge is at Northeast region for around $10,000, while the cheapest charge is at the Southwest of around $8,800. This smoker and gender analysis show us that 20.5% of insurance users are smoker, and there is more male who smokes. Also, 79.5% of insurance users are non-smoker, and there are more female than male. The summary from this analysis is every region has a nearly equal amount of insurance user, gender, smoker, and non-smoker, and the proportion of smoker to non-smoker is 20.5% compared to 79.5%. A slight difference exists in the Southeast region. All charges in every region are positively skewed, with the Northeast becoming the most expensive region which charges around $10,000 and Southwest region being the cheapest region with charges of around $8,800. Next, we will examine the probability through continuous variable analysis. This analysis shows us that smoker will have a probability of 0.93 to have an insurance charge for more than $16,700, while non-smoker just 0.08. This is very distinct probability value from smoker and non-smoker. This analysis shows us that by comparing people with a low BMI and high BMI, people with a high BMI have a probability of 0.26 to get an insurance charge for more than $16,700, while people with a normal BMI is 0.21. This value difference is not so significant as smoker before. This combined analysis between smoker and BMI show us that smoker is a strong factor that make the insurance charge is expensive compared to BMI. The summary is the probability of a smoker getting an insurance charge for more than $16,700 is very large, more than 0.7. BMI also become a contributing factor for the probability of a person to get expensive insurance charge, but not as large as smoking. Next, we will talk about correlation between variables. This smoker correlation analysis shows us that there is a high correlation between BMI and charges. Also, there are some pattern in age and charges. Dig deeper into smoker correlation analysis and create regression line. We know that if the BMI of insurance user increase by one value, the charges will increase by $1,466. Separating smoker data by BMI equal to 30, we get a high correlation for age and charges for both BMI less than 30 and BMI more than 30. Dig deeper into smoker correlation analysis and create a regression line. We found that for BMI more than 30, if the age was increased by one value, there will be an increase in the insurance charge by $480. And for BMI less than 30, if the age was increased by one value, there will be an increase in insurance charge by $513. This non-smoker correlation analysis show us that there are strong correlation and pattern between age and charges. Dig deeper into non-smoker correlation analysis and create regression line. We found that if the age increased by one value, there will be an increase in charge by $70. The summary of correlation analysis is there is a correlation between smoker, BMI, and age, also for non-smoker. Correlation analysis show that people who smoke will have more expensive insurance charges compared to other insurance charges. From this analysis, we know that smoking is higher factor that makes charges expensive compared to BMI and age. The last part of this analysis is hypothesis testing. The first hypothesis to be tested is smokers' charges are higher than non-smokers. The result is with a confidence level of 95% in a population of insurance users, smokers' insurance charges are higher than non-smoker insurance charges. The second hypothesis to be tested is insurance charges with BMI more than 25 is higher than insurance charges with BMI less than 25. The result is with a confidence level of 95% in a population of insurance users, person with a BMI more than 25 will have more expensive insurance than people with a BMI less than 25. The third hypothesis to be tested is male and female BMI is similar. The result is with a confidence level of 95%, there is not enough data or evidence to prove that in a population of insurance users, male BMI is similar to female BMI. The last hypothesis to be tested is male insurance charges are higher than female insurance charges. The result is with a confidence level of 95% in a population of insurance users, male insurance charges are higher than female insurance charges. Finally, we reach the conclusion part. So, the summary of our insurance charge analysis is there are several factors affecting insurance user charge determination, like smoking, BMI, age, gender, region, and children. The key factor to determine how expensive the insurance user is if they are smoking, because the charge of smokers is absolutely more than $18,750. Then second most contributing factor is BMI, and the third is age of the insurance user. This is my reference for completing this analysis. Thank you all for your time to listen into this video. You can access the repository of this project through this link, or if you need more discussion, you can email me to this, or you can message me via LinkedIn to Stefanus Yudi Irwan. See you.